So, hello, Marcia. My name is Silvia Rodriguez, and I'm the newsletter editor for the San Francisco International Arts Festival. And today I wanted to interview you more about your organization and how it came to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When did you form ABADA, and what made you want to start it?
Yeah, so I moved here in 91, right? So I consider start ABADA then because that's when I start teaching, and start forming this organization. And this is a worldwide organization that I was part of it from Brazil, from Rio de Janeiro, from my mestre Camisa. And coming here before 91, I came a few times, 3 years in a row for different events, different performance and teaching experience. And then came the opportunity to come here and stay in US, invited to other organizations, other capoeira groups, also different performances. And I saw that the philosophy and the methods of ABADA have the bigger possibilities here because it's many different capoeira and different dance, but our style of capoeira wasn't yet implemented in here in US. So I just saw the big opportunity. I jumped on it, worked out, surround myself with good people who trust me, and build a community that way from ground up, start from zero up. And here I am today, 30 years in this country. So I think I contribute a lot to the country, and I learn a lot also being here.
What made your capoeira different from other capoeiras?
Well, I only can speak for ABADA, but pretty much you look the development of a person as a whole, right? It's not just the agility, it's not just the physical aspect, it's not just actually what you're going to contribute to the world. So always have something that you need to bring more, right? And capoeira is so diverse, it's so unique, that fits anybody really. If you really get involved with capoeira, you're going to fall in love. And that space for everybody to develop in your own way, capoeira somehow, some form. I found that as a nonprofit, but other people found as a business. Some people found as writing books or writing songs. So everybody has a ways to contribute to the organization. It's not just the physical aspect that sometimes people are like, oh, so amazing, you guys are so agile, so this, so that. But actually space for all people to be a part of it. And one thing that's always very inclusive, right? But
that's very so interesting.
So that's something I think for the most male-dominant art forms are unique. Yeah.
So from your experience with this organization, how are you able to balance the artistic and the educational mission of ABADA?
Yeah, so that's a great question because, like I said, building ABADA from ground up, pretty much is based on the students group, right? So you start as a beginner, don't know anything, and then you build your way up the level, right? The graduation, because it is a martial art, but at the same time, we have this whole other aspect that just with practicing capoeira, become a performer, because it's an amazing, beautiful art. On that too, being in another country and being from Brazil, I also need to teach the culture of Brazil. So capoeira naturally does that, right? Culturally, so rich. So it has a whole education aspect. So all come together over time. It's a long-term art form. It's not a quick course that you take and you become a mastery,
Yeah.
So it's definitely a long time experience that you start from ground up. Like I said, when you play capoeira, when you practice capoeira, you need to learn how to dance, how to defend yourself, how to play an instrument, how to sing, right? So you learn a new language here. So many different aspects involved in, especially the beautiful history. So you cannot be disconnected from the educational aspect. In the day-to-day, after so many years, I have a very professional group of performers that can count on it, that can rehearsal, like yeah, put up a show. Like it's so important for us to be a part of the international festival. You know, they pretty much open the doors for us to present our Spirit of Brazil show, like many times in the past, and be able to put up amazing sold out stage performances with our own artists from here, local, and bringing in artists from other states in the U.S., Brazilian artists from Brazil. So that's how we keep it real, stay true to the roots, you know, the tradition, and always innovating, but also always keep in touch with the roots and the traditions.
Mm-hmm. Great. So what has been your greatest accomplishments, or like some of your greatest accomplishments since founding ABADA 30 years ago?
Oh boy. So first of all, be able to be successful, right? That's the biggest accomplishment no matter what. I came here as an immigrant, you know, and be able to obtain my green card through Capoeira. That wasn't easy. I was undocumented for many years, but still doing my art, still teaching, at the same time working construction, be able to get out of that situation with my work. So that was like, I think it was the biggest achievement, the biggest accomplishment, be able to get my legal status through Capoeira, through my work that I was already developing for 5 years or 6 years. So that's for me was like the dream, because sometimes get to a point that you just like, okay, you know what, I need to go back to my country because I miss that so much. But Capoeira kept me alive in terms of keep faith that I could do it, that could be successful. And for me, like that's the biggest accomplishment. And of course, become a mastery, you know, for so many years, I'll be able to go to Brazil and be able to bring artists here with my construction work at a time, and be able to live with my work today and be able to see other young artists being successful as well, teaching different cities, different countries, some of them. So that's also another big accomplishment. And the days today, being a 45-year-old woman, you know, like, and still doing this art, like some people still doing that, like yes, still teaching, I still moving, still doing my work, still have faith that Capoeira do change lives, and that definitely keeps me going. And we have a very strong community that I'm proud to, you know, one vehicle bring all that together. So
yeah. So you did talk about your journey getting here and getting your green card. So what were some of the challenges you faced starting up ABADA as an immigrant woman, as you said?
Cultural, right? Culturally, and now I feel like a lot of things already changed. But first move here, like I was seen as like a woman, immigrant, gay woman, Latina immigrant. So, you know, I feel like they put me in a box, right?
Yeah.
And as in Capoeira in Brazil, when I started as 81, 82, so as a male dominant art form, it's already hard enough for me to be successful, impose myself, and be able to break so many ground as a woman, just being a woman by itself.
Yeah.
And I did not want to be put in a box because that hold me back a lot in Brazil in terms of culturally, you know, and good thing that I had amazing mastery who always gave me the credit, always gave me inspiration, treat me equal, you know, to the guys, never like took too easy on me. And I like that because, you know, why not push me as hard, you know? So I did not want to be put in a box. And I feel like in the beginning, that was the hardest thing. I was they tried to put me in a box, but I never fell for. And if I learn from man and I can make a difference, I'm not going to discriminate either to anybody. Like now I'm 30 years old in this art form. I do want to develop some work just for women. But back then I had to kind of impose my ground and prove that I could do it, you know, with everybody, you know. So I feel like as a strong female artist or, you know, figures, we need to also have impact and amends to be able to teach them a lesson and also be able to have them in your side and learn from you. So that's what I feel like, I don't know if I express well, but like that's like my goal to prove that, yeah, a lot of men can learn a lot from me as much as women, you know. So
Yeah. So my last question is, what are some of the things that you are looking forward to in regards for your organization in the future?
Oh, I have big dreams still. So, like I said, like if, like, 55, going to be 56 this year. And in this art
Congratulations,
form,
by the way.
thank you. And be able to still here have an amazing space, and it's after a whole year, over a year pandemic, right? And it's still going, and be able to stay here definitely proves a lot. Also, the support I have from my community, my artists, and you know, so many people in the organizations, city organizations, who support and believe our work. And the festival this year actually going to be a kickstart of a bigger celebration that I want to do, like develop in a year or two, develop a whole, trace back all the important female influence to capoeira. So they go back to Africa, like rescue all those names, all this information of strong female women who help, you know, capoeira be what it is today. And in that process, also rescue my history in there with amongst other women in the past who maybe didn't stick around, but they're important to this art form. And complete this whole process with documentary and maybe a book, and with a big performance show led by women, you know, capoeira. So it's a big dream, big production, and I think it's possible. Involving also other dancers, not just capoeiristas, you know, work in general, the female artists who are unique and had an important role in arts, capoeira arts in general, Brazilian arts in general, Afro-Brazilian arts in general. So that's one thing that I really want to get accomplished soon, and that's joining in with my 40 years or so in this art form. And if I don't do it, who's going to do it, right? So we got to do like try to put something very unique, different, and celebrate everything, because we have so much to celebrate, right? And this festival, October, to be invited to be a part of it is very unique. It's going to be our first big performance since we shut down, right? Because we're supposed to have that performance in May, for Mason last year, and already happened, right? So looking forward to it. I'm very excited. And hopefully we can still opening up, right? Things not easy right now. So many places, and very lucky. Also, San Francisco. I feel like it's like a bubble of culture, right?
Yeah.
We do. I'm very lucky to land here, pretty much. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for having this interview with me. It was very nice getting to know you and learning about ABADA.
Thank you so much for doing this, and I hope to see you at the performance in October. And we're probably going to do a little after party afterwards, celebrate my 30 and 40, and you know.
That's exciting, yeah.
The clapping of the hands, the sounds of capoeira, the brilliance of Camis and Capixaba. Welcome to the world of Mr. Bim Ben Abada.